I've known Joanna Marsh's music for quite a while now, so I was very excited to get the chance to commission her to write for this project. She seemed like the perfect person. And the piece that she's come up with is very sympathetic and in line with the ideas that we've tried to hold fast to for this project.
One thing that was really unique about this particular commission, and that I haven't actually done before, was to write for one choir that's really small and one choir that's really quite large. So having 12 singers and more than 100 singers was quite an interesting thought.
The Antioch Chamber Ensemble is one of the foremost professional singing groups in the United States, and I've been talking to them for a couple of years now about doing a project like this. They're particularly well disposed towards working with new music, which makes them a particularly wonderful collaborator for a program like this.
Working with the Princeton Glee Club has been an amazing experience. I normally do not get a chance to work with that many voices. You have 100 people on stage singing as well is a new experience for me.
The actual quality of the sound will be quite different because a 100-piece ensemble is going to have a big, rich, slightly more blurred sound, and potentially the sound of the chamber choir will be more exact. And the piece was commissioned around the subject of 50 years since the first matriculation of women at Princeton. So it's a very unique occasion.
Joanna was very drawn to the poetry of Jane Hirshfield when we decided to look closely at it, and of course it was a wonderful moment when we were able to find a poem which bears the same title as the date of the concert, her poem February the 29th.
So I've set this text. I particularly liked in the subject the sense of an extra small bits of the day, so an extra cup of coffee, things that you would find in a normal day, but you're just getting more of them. As you start, it's ambiguous because she reflects very personally on a painting that she was actually given by her friend, but gradually unravels the idea that friend whose painting was given, she's actually not alive anymore, she's died. And so suddenly at the end are presented with something far deeper in meaning, but there is also the sense of generosity about it. We've been given this extra day.
And the way that she set the piece, I think, is really clever, because when we talk about the extra day, she often will add an extra beat into the music. So instead of going along in a steady 4/4 pattern, it'll be a 5/4 measure, because we take this extra time to illustrate that concept of the added time. And I really like that. I think that's something that's really cool and successful.
That's the whole point of this piece, is to elongate the rhythm and elongate the time that we have together, even if it's that one extra moment.
And so the two performing forces, the Antioch Chamber Ensemble and the Glee Club, are kind of sharing snippets of ideas, and it's only when the two forces are put together that we get the real sense of what that idea is. And so the experience of preparing it as individual choirs has really only given us just a fraction of a glimpse of what the piece is like, and then all of a sudden we had this experience of putting the whole thing together and finding the sentence complete in every sense.
So that was a really nice challenge, because there is a sense in writing a piece and using a text that's pre-written like this that it is a bit like a puzzle, that you have to find your way through it.